Hi friends, it's Donna with AK Gal Stamps. I'm coming to you with a card from my February card craziness class. This is a really neat card that I use. It's very simple. I use squares and then I emboss them. I love to emboss, and this is the Forever Plaid embossing folder in the online exclusives. But this was my original card, but then I did one for the class. It was just a little bit different. Different colors. Same design. I used the Friends for Life, and I also used With You in Mind in some of them. So, and these are free embellishments that you get with Celebration, and that is still for about 2 more weeks. And I also used the dies that are thoughtful moments, and it's a hybrid embossing folder that embosses and die cuts these sentiments. Really like this. It's still in the annual catalog, so of course I have a bunch of bags of sentiments to pick from. You know, and you can do a whole sheet, or you can just do one by just putting one piece of paper over the word you want. But anyway, we are going to get started. This is very simple card. It's really not hard. Your base is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. You have 2 layers of white that are 4 by 5 1/4, and then you have one that is 3 3/4 by 5, and I put an X on it so you'd know which one in your kit you're going to be putting all these squares on. Okay, so we are using Petunia Pop. I really recommend that you start, that's the other side, that you start in the corners first for placement. It just, to me, it seems easier than if you do it one at a time and do a line across. They go right to the edge, okay? Right to the edge, okay? So I'm going to do corner to corner here. Well, I'm going to do row by row, but I'm just doing the edges first. And then you got 6 DSP and 6 cardstock. Now you could make a design. I know somebody did like a, in one of our classes, did a cross on their card. They didn't realize that's what they were doing, but it looked cool. And then, you know, we rotate. So I'm going to put corners, or I mean cardstock on the next row. It's going to be 2, so we're going to alter this. And if you got the kits, of course, yours is not embossed because you've got to put these squares on first. But use whatever embossing folder you have. It just makes a neat design, right? Okay. I love embossing, dry embossing. Do you know you can emboss with your dies? Did you know that? Yeah, you just need like a foam layer. Underneath your die, and then well, a foamy spongy layer, and then your cardstock, and then your die. Another nice thing about what embossing does is if there are any oopsies or whatever, it takes care of that. You don't see the flaws when you emboss. I think that really kind of helps. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this one first. Oh, these squares are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 inches. That's important. Oh, that's, you can see some white there. Let's try and get that a little bit better. Now I need to get my big shot, my big die cutting machine. And I don't think that will fit on my desk. It is that big. So I'm just going to bring it over on the side here. Don't pay attention to the person behind the screen. And I'm using this embossing folder. This one, you do want to keep it straight because it's straight lines. Okay, that's just a lot of embossing folders, it doesn't matter if you're off. This one it does because you've got the straight lines. Okay. And if you have any edges, you know, there's your pretty paper that's sticking over the edge, just trim it off. I'll show you here because I know mine does. So, I mean, that looks nice, but see here, you got, just trim it. Just use your scissors and trim it off. There's that. Unfortunately, I got some white showing too, but that's okay. I don't know if I can trim that enough. Good enough. Good enough. Isn't that pretty though? I think that's pretty. I like that. We'll do it this way. This way. Okay. So I die cut hearts out of the Full of Life. It has some heart dies. This flap, this piece is for your envelope. And you got 2 4 by 5 1/4 pieces of white. And one goes on the front and one goes on the back. The one on the front you can just glue down, no stamping on it. No stamping on it. Like that. And then this goes right here. I think that really is striking. And I think liquid glue is best when you have an embossed image. It gets in all those little cracks and crevices. Let's see if I can get that over enough. Gotta move it down a little bit there. I think we're okay. I think that's very pretty, but I do like purple. I have to say, I do like purple. So what sentiment are we going to use? I had Just Because on the other one. I used that one. But you got to celebrate. You make me happy. Get well. Love you. Hello. Thinking of you. Lots of good sentiments. So what am I going to use here? Let's see. I think I'm going to use a Thinking of You. And I'm going to put these all back in my bag because I use them. And this is, I tried to use my little finger dauber and put some Petunia Pop in that. I'm not sure that I like it or not. And I don't think I have a hand that is steady enough that I could color it with like a Stampin' White marker. I am not sure. I know I had a little, there it is. We will try. I'm going to try and give a little bit more, not just barely touching it. Just give it a little, oh, see, that's too much. Because if it's too much, then it kind of flops. See, that's, I need just a little bit more. Huh. Okay, oops. That is that. So I'm going to put that right there with mini dimensionals. You can get full sheets of these. I'm sure I probably got this in a kit. Stampin' Up, they sell kits too. You know, if you just are new to card making or you just want something for quick cards, I think that's enough. Kits are great. You can do exactly what the instructions tell you to do, or if you have other products, you can add those to it. I'm going to put that right here, thinking of you. And then I'm going to use some hearts. I die cut out of the same paper. And use these little dimensionals. They work perfectly. They have two really tiny ones, but you know, they're just ridiculously small. And I'll do a little dot of glue for this. Like this. Okay, there's that. I'm done with that. Now we need embellishments. Do we? Oh, they're right here. This is the free, you get a free embellishments. You can get stamp sets. You can get ribbon. And of course, it's while supplies last. I think I used a heart set for one of my cards, and that's for a $120 purchase, but they're gone already. They're done. They were pretty popular. Isn't that pretty? I think that's pretty. I love the purple. Love the purple. Okay. That goes there. Let's see. Now we have a white. I can put these back. Let's see. Thinking of you. What am I going to do here? Maybe I'm going to put friend on the inside. Thinking of you, friend. I think I need a big block for this puppy because this is a big stamp set. So we're going to use this. And I'm going to use the Petunia Pop in that. Friend. Okay, there's that. And we'll dry this off. Okay, so there's that. And I think I'm going to put stamp some hearts right here. This doesn't seem very sticky, so I'm going to wipe it off in my Stampin' Scrub just to clean it off. And like that. I'm going to close that, clean this. And I think that is a done card. Put a little bit of adhesive on it. So I'm wondering which one you like better. Do you like the Petunia Pop, which is more a pinkish purple? Or do you like my original card that's a little bit more masculine? It's got a green color. Which do you like better? This one has a little hint of the pink in the lettering, and this does not. I think you can read it just fine, but yeah, let me know in the comments which you like better. And I hope you give this a try. Remember, these are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4, and they're on a 3 3/4 by 5-inch base. Then you have 2 whites, one for the inside and one for underneath this, that are 4 by 5 1/4. And this base is 4 1/4 by 11. So I'll see you next time. Have a great one, friends. Oh, and also like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos. And I also have a Facebook page, AK Gal Stamps. So check that out. I do lives on Mondays and Fridays. Bye.